Hey guys, I'll just invite you to speak here, BotBar. So I sent you a speaker invite. Feel free to accept it, and then you can come up to speak. Can everyone hear me all right? Thumbs up if
Amy?
yes, I can hear you clearly, BotBar. Thumbs up from the audience if we're good. If the stages sounds clear. I'm pretty sure we should be good. Starty, yeah, sweet. Let's wait for a couple of people to join. Let's maybe wait another 30 seconds or so. I'm going to start with just a few updates about the Stargaze chain, just a few things, and then we'll go into the conversation with you guys, BotBar. Sounds good?
Yeah. Go ahead. Should I talk?
No, I'm just waiting for a few more people to join. If anyone wants to retweet the space, share it, that's much appreciated. It might be a little bit more of a quieter one this week because major holiday in the US. So a lot of the Americans are busy eating hot dogs and whatever they might be doing today.
Yeah. Yeah, they're having a reddish holiday over there, you know. Bitcoin is going down. Everyone is just eating hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
And crying maybe.
Crying in their hot dogs, perhaps. Yeah. Okay, so first, I'm just going to do some updates about Stargaze, okay? And then we'll do a conversation after. So just a few things.
Yeah, sure.
We had some governance proposals passed recently since the last space and one live. There was an interchain incentives proposal passed. That's not an immediate spend. That's compartmentalizing some funds for future use. And any like major future spend of those stars would go through governance first. It's just kind of setting like a preparatory budget for the future. We had Prop 281 passed that was deployed on Dev, I think to bring NFA.zone to Stargaze. And currently there's a prop up, that's Prop 282 from CryptoGopniks to whitelist their address for deploying, I think, NFT lending and some other things. So this is all pretty exciting. We're seeing more and more independent developers, deploy on Stargaze, creating more use cases for the token, more NFT-fi gaming and so on. And that's pretty cool to see as it continues to be like a great place for independent developers, outside of the Stargaze team to deploy their DApps. Another update we have is on Stardex. So deployment remains imminent, I can say, very soon. I know we're all waiting for it, but I can say like contracts are deployed, the backend is ready, and the team is just doing, there's a lot of things involved with deploying and making sure something is ready for users. So there's just kind of, internal testing and so on going on to make sure everything's working as intended and looks pretty and provides a good user experience before we go open to users. So it will launch in a very basic form with additional features added over time, but it is coming very soon. Okay, so for the creator talk, we've got BotBar this week. You guys bid for the featured auction spot. The featured launchpad spot that we do through auctions. And yeah, welcome to Stargaze. Do you want to start maybe by introducing yourself and what BotBar is all about?
Hi, and thank you for having me and BotBar this week for the creators. My name is Gabby, and BotBar is like launched about like 2 months or 3 months ago, and our first product is Bar Game that actually is the path to the revenue and expansion of BotBar, like the first first stone of our foundation. And we are going to have like a mint launch today. We have spoken about like way before, but maybe I anticipated the market a bit wrong about this time. But overall, we didn't want to postpone our mint, so we just stick to our words. Lately, a lot of projects doing that, and I know community is kind of frustrated with a lot of empty promises from other projects. So we want to stick to our plan and launch our DAO holders. For example, yeah, the NFTs is going to be for our DAOs and this kind of decisions that they make for us in the future of BotBar and its development into the more networks and other games.
So you say you're launching a game and a DAO. Are these going to be launched on Stargaze chain? Where will these exist? Are these like on-chain things or what?
Yes, it will eventually be on-chain. First, we started with like connecting your Discord and having a game. We backtested the game with our whitelisted members, and it worked properly. We have no problem with the game. For those who don't know how the game works, is basically you have soldiers that brings you after some amount of time. It brings you some points that you can use those points in the game. And for now, it's like just raffles that win you whitelist, but it would be developed into more sophisticated game and more complicated. The other part is we are going to make it like more broad about our development with our customers, with our community, and we want to be like having our DAOs to work with us, give us ideas, have like the power, and have the share of the revenue in the space. And we will go on live on Stargaze for sure, and we will have like the ability to get engaged with different and more networks other than Stargaze. But we will first launch on Stargaze. That's our path for now.
And so the game currently is like a Discord game, or people can play it through your Discord. Is that right?
Yes. So this gives us the benefit for like moving into more communities and having like cooperation with them, and that's a lot better for us. If we first going launch on the network, then go for the Discord, I think this round was way better.
Right on. So can you tell us, just going back a little bit, let's talk about the NFT collection specifically. What's your kind of inspiration for it and vision for the collection?
Have you played Civilization? Anyone like in the chat, maybe they are into like strategic games, or maybe some people are like into RPG. But BotBar is basically bar game is basically like a strategic, deep-minded game. It's not something is not in your face. Like you're playing D&D, and it's basically the NFTs inspired by those games. At the end game, you have like these huge, giant death robots that are your soldiers, and you can conquer cities and pillage and other stuff. So the idea of like they face being like soldiers, like giant robot soldiers on the connection, and it came kind of from the games. And BotBar is going to develop something like that. It's beyond these NFTs. It's just like a passport for you to be in the game and have some powers in it.
Right on. And yeah, I played a lot of Civ, so yeah, it's I get it, like a kind of tactical game or something like that. So I wanted to ask a bit about you guys. So can you tell us about your role in the project? Who's on your team? What's their background? Have you launched other collections elsewhere? Tell us a bit about yourselves.
I'm kind of the founder of the BotBar. I'm Gabby, and we have other guys on the team that like different parts. Someone it's like our it's like a communication manager, and I have someone for art books for sure, and also like web design, gaming design, other stuff. I'm kind of the storyteller and hanging around with guys and launching projects. For now, it's my like first project into crypto. So it was a game that I always had in my mind, and I wanted to develop it into like a better area. And crypto just kind of gives this opportunity to me to progress and make what I had in mind.
And how about with regards to your experience in crypto and also how that led you to launch on Stargaze? I think you guys might be active in some other ecosystems. So could you tell us a bit about, where you have been active and why you've come to Stargaze?
Yeah. We were active on the ZK Sync for a start because we thought that it's going to be like good space because they have like this kind of gas fee paymaster things, because that could tremendously help with the fees on the platform if we're going to live and other stuff. But overall, the ZK team have actually it's their behavior. I don't care about like they being fair or unfair to the community, but when we saw the response to the people who were on the community, it was kind of triggering for us. It was like kind of alarm that they don't care about anyone else, and that was not what we wanted, because we want to BotBar game be a community game, engagement from the community, and you can't insult people and expect them to still be in your community. So we changed that. We kind of want to have a community that and a project ecosystem that actually values. And one of the guys brought up your network to us, and we made a couple of research, and we asked our community members, and they voted right for you. We migrated to you.
So
And glad we did it.
you had a community vote on which chain to launch on?
Yes. We asked kind of our community, and they were like they want the stars, they want to be galactic soldiers.
Yeah, right on. So is there anything specific about Stargaze that you were attracted to?
Stargaze have kind of diverse markets that we kind of lean into. Also, already established network that we don't have like problems with its like ecosystem with other like coding, other stuff. We are asking our developers, could we like compile with this network, and they were okay, we can do it. It takes time, but we can do it. And it was just like that. We wanted to be like a network that have more broad cooperations that brings opportunities for us.
And so with just looking at the collection with the art, these are bots, or I guess like kind of like a mech, something like that. Can you tell us a bit about the art? Did you do it? How did you get it produced? Did you hire someone? And how does that fit in like the theme or your plans with the collection?
Basically, yeah, we have art. We have an artist about the collection, and we just guide him to like our mental image, and his work is tremendous. And overall, the soldiers is like the first piece of the puzzle of that we're going to put on the bar game. There is going to be like equipments and other stuff to enhance your soldiers, and there will be more options to like develop and grade up your soldier. So basically, this NFT collection is just like the first stone, and it's going to be like it has different like there is also ranking on it, but it's not that much of a difference. It's all we are tried to be like one of a kind on each work.
And when you mentioned before that it would be like a DAO, do you have any plans with the DAO controlling the treasury that comes from the mint? How is that DAO going to work with the collection specifically?
Yes. Basically, DAO have the like the complete control over the treasury, and also there will be the distribution of revenues from the future BotBar expansions. If we like absorb any grant, we will like vote it in DAO, and like a percentage of that grant will be directly granted to our DAOs. And if we have other collaborations or other stuff with other projects, and any kind of revenue will also be bring back to our DAOs, but the persons that already explained, and will be like an announcement for it tomorrow. And they will be like beside decision makings. There will be game development, NFT sales, and other stuff. There, basically, they are shareholders of our projects.
Right on. And so since you said this is kind of your first project, you're active in a different ecosystem before coming to Stargaze. I wanted to ask about your experience with community engagement and your strategy for it. So what has been your approach to engaging with community members, to making people aware of your project? Where have you seen some success? Where have you had some challenges? Tell me a bit about that experience.
We have about myself or other team members. We basically met each other way back, couple of years ago in the projects, and if not in Zcasing, but in completely different ecosystem. And about the Zcasing experience, I can tell you that the community was great. Honestly, we really liked the Zcasing community. There were a couple of people who was trying really hard, and they were kind of degen in the Zcasing. They know everything about the ecosystem. They guide us a lot. They talked about us with and the other projects. Honestly, they were good. Some bridges were super supportive about being with them and working with them. But overall, I think a lot of projects got disappointed at the Zcasing, how they behave to the community and other projects. So it was kind of frustrating for everyone what happened there.
And how do you plan to, continue engagement with the community in Stargaze, whether that's with other projects on the platform or individual users? Do you have kind of plan for that for the next few months?
Yeah, for sure. Game is going to be advertised among other projects to be on the Discord. It's hard for a lot of projects to have a Discord based games that runs through them. It's simple games. And if you have an app that could grant you this opportunity to engage with your community, have your own league, have your own pointing system and other stuff, it could really benefit every project. On the Stargaze also, for sure, first stalls would be to cooperate with the project on the Stargaze, and they can have our app on their Discord very easily and have their members on it. So we have a lot of plans in the coming months. We don't want to overpromise, but I believe if we kind of gifted to this a surprise, it would be very nice. Because we think every once of a while is something great, and they will be much more happier with what we are going to doing for them.
When you're looking at other projects on Stargaze, are there any that you are a fan of, or where you've kind of studied their approach? I was wondering if there's any other projects that really inspire you with regards to how they manage their project or other things.
If I want to talk about we are kind of talking with an NFT market for listing couple of them. I won't name it for now, but we are having a good conversation with them about listing our NFTs on their platform and have a secondary market. And they will be revealed tomorrow in our announcement. It's been pretty good. Everyone is so welcoming here, and we can have casual and relaxed conversation with them and explain ourselves and talking about aspects of the project, and they are so welcoming for us.
Right on. So broadly, the experience has been good so far. Has there been any challenge?
Yeah.
What kind of challenges have you faced?
On the Stargaze?
Yeah, just generally with your experience, since you decided to launch here, you've been reaching out and so on. Where have you faced some challenges?
Honestly, the biggest challenges are outside of the network, working on the game, working on the website or other stuff. But overall, it was very good, and I think it was really smooth to like talk to the people on the Stargaze, reaching to this stage. But overall, it's blockchain is way harder than what you think. You know, you stand and then you engage in it, and you have like your ideas that you want to like implement in your project, but then you need like other team members, and you have to look for them and find like the best ones that could possibly like implement your ideas in the project. And that was like the most challenge that we have recently. And I think we are good for now. We have a new team member, and I think we are good to go for a while now.
Yeah, I think for any project, like forming the core team is always kind of one of the biggest enduring challenges. So what kind of advice would you give to other creators or artists that are looking to launch like you do, if you look back at the last month or so that you've been getting ready?
First, I advise them to like find your team and develop some stages of your project before going to like being into space, because you will have like a lot of less works to do. But overall, I encourage them to follow their dreams. So I think that is so important for me is the community, and I want to community be on the projects and be like respected. And I will suggest them to find their own community and respect them, and they will see the results of this respect way better than any other projects in the space, and they could have like tremendous success in the game.
And for you, what would you consider success for BotBar? If we go, I don't know, 6 months from now, what are some of your personal goals, and like what would be success for you?
In a 6 months, if I want to like, it's like way too much to do, but let's talk about it. Like my idea is to have like an item system for the BotBar. Beside that, after marketing, of course, we are going to have like heavy marketing from now on other projects to have BotBar on them. But we are aiming for an app, and also for the like other collections that's going to be traded into the network, and developing the BotBar into like a very complicated game where players can have like their own D&D based on the game. So you are using your soldiers, and you are seeing the results of your upgrade and other stuff in it.
And so
there will be like probably a currency for the game, but it's not like it's decided about it.
So I think it sounds like a lot of your focus has been on the game part of it. Are you a developer yourself? Have you hired a developer? What's that been like?
Yeah, I'm kind of a storyteller myself, and I have a developer on it, and they are like I'm talking to them about like developing this idea and like that and this, and they just coding is on there, and they are doing it. They are my friends, some of them, other than new ones that we are currently implementing into them for the other aspects of the blockchain that we are not familiar with it.
Okay, right on. So I think if anybody in the audience has questions, you can feel free to reply to the space if you want to just type it out, or you can request to speak, and I'll bring you up if you wanted to ask any questions to BotBar specifically. I see we have a request from Scratch. Oh, it's so hard to read. Scratchable, the Scratchable project. So I'm going to invite you up. If you have a question for BotBar, that would be great. If you want to chat a bit about yours as well, that's fine. But it'd be great if you have a question too. Scratchables, are you there?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Can you hear me well first? Because I am with my AirPods, and I know sometimes it's complicated.
Yeah, you're clear. Did you have a question for BotBar, or what did you want to say?
Not really, but first I want to say congratulations for this interview, because I know it's not it's not easy sometimes to answer for some question. I know that because yes, as you can see, I run my own collection. Sorry for my English. So yes, congrats for that first. No, first I request the mic for talking about my collection, but I understand if it's not the right time.
If you want to introduce it quickly, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I will be very, very quick. So it's not my main account. I am an artist. My name is Shinobu Takeru, and I do usually a scratchable art, interactive art. And yes, for me, it's my very first collection on Stargaze. And this collection is called Scratchable Star Gifts. And yes, this is why I'm here today with you, and I'm very proud to run this for the first time on Stargaze. It was challenging for me because yes, before I did some pieces on Tezos, but I found here in Stargaze, how can I say, something more. For example, I can upgrade my collection. I can modify the metadata. I can, apply some stuff that I can't do on Tezos. So, yes, I discover every day that Stargaze, I think it's the best thing for me as I do interactive art. And yes, so I'm very happy to be here first with you. And you can you can test it on Stargaze. You just have to type the collection. It's not the public sale is on Sunday, but the whitelist already minted some pieces, and you can test it. You open one of them, and you just scratch with your finger if you are on your phone, or with your mouse if you are with your computer, and discover what is behind the gift.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these. So it's a interactive NFT where it's a kind of a little gift box, and if you click and scratch on it, it reveals an image behind. I have to say they are pretty neat. So this is, like Bernie, I think, was kind of the first to do something like this on Stargaze with the wizards and the interactive components there. So that is pretty neat.
Yeah. Thank you. I try to do really interactive stuff, and this collection it's a small collection, 100 pieces. It's the season one, and the idea behind I published a roadmap with several steps. So the first step was the season one with 100 pieces. I will do a special Halloween collection. I'm already working on it for this Halloween this year. It will be around 200 or 300 pieces. But the owners of the first season will be automatically whitelisted for the Halloween season. I also planned some open edition for Christmas, because previous year on Tezos I did an advent calendar, a scratchable advent calendar, and I want to make this on Stargaze this year, and this is why I will be featured with some great artists. I can talk about maybe some of you know Mariam. She's a Tezos artist, but she's really known in this space, and many others. I think I will do 10 open edition for Christmas, and next year my major project is to create a simple website that lets you, for everyone here, to create your own scratchable NFT. So very simple. You put one picture, a second picture, you say, okay, this picture is on the top and this picture is on the bottom, and it creates and generate the NFT for you, the scratchable NFT. It's the target for next year, but yes, there is a roadmap behind, and I hope I will do that with Stargaze.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm glad that you've found success launching it so far. It is really neat, and kind of like an advent calendar if you're doing a holiday thing where you get the a chocolate every day before Christmas, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Every day you
yeah.
can open a box, and if you scratch it, for example, in January or another month, then it's not December. A message saying, "Okay, come back in December and scratch it again." I already have this kind of stuff. It's really fun to do, and it was a success previous year. And yeah, this is why I really want to do this on Stargaze. With,
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks for hopping up to share about it, and look forward to hearing more as as you launch more stuff around the holidays and so on. So thank you. Just going back to BotBar, I asked you a few questions. I wonder what I might have missed. Is there anything that you really want to tell the audience? What do you really want to share about your project?
The first thing that I always minded in my project was the community share on the project and how it's going to descend its future. So, for the audience to want to be with us, and probably many of them are, I asked them to be envision the ideas and just shine those ideas to us. We are welcome for any ideas, any development that you think could help BotBar. If you can help with if you come from other projects, we are welcoming you to cooperation. Bernie comes around and have these great ideas about collections and NFTs and the kind of tools he could leverage to make amazing stuff. And I ask everyone to be engaged with our community. We are hearing you. We are welcome for anyone that has any kind of advice for us. And thank you for having us this week and for listening to our project and its future.
Great. And I had a question, actually. I know you have a whitelist that starts tomorrow. Who did you whitelist for it?
Our whitelist was basically from the community, active community members, and a couple of raffles that we did in our Discord, and they were engaged in our test drive, beta test of our bar game, and they are all whitelisted.
Do you know how many of those are existing Stargaze users compared to new people that are coming to the platform?
I don't know.
No problem. But I got the impression that there's a few people in your community that are from other ecosystems. I was just looking on your Discord and I saw lots of questions about, how to get stars, how to get on Stargaze and so on. Great. Well, I think, do you want to make any, I think we can probably wrap up. We usually keep this to around 45 minutes or so. If anybody wants to hop up with questions, or if you want to post a question in replies, feel free to do so, and I'll ask BotBar. But if we don't have any requests, I'll pass it back to you for kind of final thoughts from you, BotBar. If there's anything else you want to say, and then we'll probably wrap the space. Okay. Any final words? Any thoughts before your mint, BotBar? We got connection issues, I see. Well, maybe you're back. Are you there, BotBar? Okay, it's pretty good. If we have connection issues right at the end of the space, that's a lot better than at the beginning. So with that, I'll just say thanks for everyone who spoke today. Thank you, BotBar, as well as Scratchables for hopping up. For the Americans, enjoyed your 4th of July. Yeah, it's great to have Stargaze, continue to be this space for creators to be free to produce what they want, and communities to form around that. So thanks everybody for engagement with the platform, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Take care.